3, 2, 1. You are listening to episode 203 of Paper Player. I'm your host, Tony, joined with Jeff and JB. No Josh today. He's out of internet, or maybe it's because Bonnaroo took his internet. I don't know how it all works. Something happened.
They stole it from him.
Yeah,
The
they just
Juggalos got him.
the Hatchet
yeah.
Man. They chopped his internet line. That's how they got him. But yeah, they're 2 days away from Vegas, man. Actually, we're officially 3 days, but like people are all flying on Thursday, and I'm kind of looking to see what I can coordinate. If I don't know if you're down for it for JB, if you want to do like a cube draft or something. If not,
Possibly.
I don't. Yeah, we'll see. If it's like if it's inconvenient to get to, I am not doing it. I'll just hang out because we'll be flying in that day.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, did you guys get any Magic in?
JB.
Nope.
Cool.
Nothing. Yeah, this
Um,
week I don't know. I was just chilling out because I know Vegas is coming and I'm going to be doing some stuff there. So
For sure.
Played a bunch of drafts on Arena, like to start just to get my fix, and then Sunday I went to an RCQ, sat down to open my packs. Pack one was Sephiroth, and I was like, all right, let's do this. We're gonna open some good rares. Next two packs were the blue land, rare land, and then the colorless hideaway land, and I was like, well, this
Clive,
sucks.
yeah. Eek. Yeah, that does stink.
My entire deck, I ran two rare / mythics. I ran Sephiroth, and I opened up Mughals Valor, the 5-mana instant. Your creatures gain indestructible, and then you make a 1/2 life-leaking Moogle for each creature you control.
Mm-hmm.
It never really made more than 2 or 3, but still it was enough to like keep my board alive. And like the alpha swing, it's like, all right, I'll gain some life, block,
Mhm.
kill you on the swing back. Round one, 2-1 to my opponent. Both games I won were like pretty like fast because like my curve stopped at 3, except I had the 4-drop vehicle train to sack creatures to flip Sephiroth if I need to,
Yeah.
and then the Mughals Valor. Otherwise, everything was under 3.
Yeah, I mean, when
Then
you sent me your
ran
deck,
two-
I was concerned.
About
Your deck. I was like, oh crap, this is like a I have to get under you or I'm dead deck, you know?
So, what really helped is like honestly, like I had good removal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, and that's what kind of got it there. Because like as long as I would get one creature to stick, I had enough equipments to just build them up and turn them into big creatures.
Yeah.
I killed people a lot with the train. I had a guy play Titan, and then he had out Cypher, so it had double strike.
Oh sure.
And I had to sack 4 artifacts and creatures, but I turned the train into an 8/8 to be able to kill it and block.
Nice.
So like that was fun. But I played against Ali in round 3, and I got him game 1, and game 2 and 3 just fire magic kind of like, I wouldn't say beat me. I figured he had it, so I wasn't overcommitting.
Yeah.
But it's still enough to slow me down that if he sticks anything big, I have issues. Plus he was blue-red.
Yeah.
Just like wizard damage over time was annoying.
Do you have that uncommon, the 04, where every time you cast something with CMC 4 or more, you draw a card? And then it gets plus
We
X
did
plus
not.
O. That card is, I think that card's like better than a lot of the rares.
Shinado or whatever.
Yeah, that card
Shinado.
is, oof, this one, yeah.
Yeah, card's real good.
Shantoto or
Yeah,
Tato,
Shantoto, that's what it
Shantado,
is.
whatever it is. Yeah, that card is like, whoa. If you get caught with that card, it will bury you. Yeah.
So, by the time I played against Ali in round 3, I was 1-1, and then I lost to him to go 1-2, and then I won my last 2 rounds, and there was only 25 people, so 3 and 2 had a shot, and I ended up in seat 9.
Ah, dude, the bad beats.
The crazy part to me is Antonio went into the last round and he was 2-1-1, so he had to win.
Oh, he's
And
winning.
his opponent was 3-1. They both made top 8 with Antonio winning. His like opponent basically just had a free round.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what happens. Like you got kind of screwed because you said you lost your first round.
I lost my second and third. Those
Yeah.
are my 2 losses.
Okay, so you're on 3. Yeah, it's just you just had bad beats. So whoever,
Yeah, and it happens. Like I wasn't like super upset. I got to watch Antonio draft, so that was fine.
Bro, it sounds
He
bad.
made top 8.
It's not as bad as me. The worst I ever did was during Hour of Devastation, and I
Yeah.
went to a PTQ, like a PPTU back when there was that system, and it was a 10-man PPTU, and they were still doing a cut to top 8. I did not make cut to top 8.
That feels bad.
My deck was like I can't like I'm the king of bad opens. This is who I am. But this one was heinous. I was like, okay, again, like Hour of Devastation, the Exert was really good in that set. And then I think like it was only 3 rounds cut to top 8. So basically you had to go like 1-2 and just not go 0-3. And I went against Crested Horsemane, both rounds 2 and 3. I was like, how did you guys lose? Like, that was the card where if you gain life, you make a 5/5 force. And they missed the trigger on me like 4 times in a row. I was like, no, they just played. My deck was so bad I couldn't beat
That's
like
how
a
they
5.
lost.
Yeah, well, exactly. But my deck was so bad that if they just played like a 5-mana 5/5, I couldn't beat. I was like, all right, like no stats. Like, okay.
Well, and removal wasn't great back then either.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was like my deck was. It was truly one of those pools where you're like, I have 7 playables in every color, so I either have to go like 14 and then like some pretty par color cards and just jam artifacts, and that's what I did. I was like, I can't make a 3-color monster pile because I'll just never win. And even if I did, none of my cards were bombs. I was like, yeah, that was nice. And then like Glorybringer was a big deal in that set.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2 things I did want to
Get guy.
And then last round I played against some guy from Illinois, and Nibelheim of Flame.
Mm-hmm.
The first time he cast it, he did wipe my board. The second time when he flashbacked it from his graveyard, it still did not kill my creature. That felt good.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
He needed to draw the 4 cards.
Oh, sure.
Like, he was digging to stay alive because I had enough life gain in the deck between Albert and the 2-mana white mage equipment.
Yeah.
Like, there was games where I was hitting like 30, 32 life.
That's amazing.
With Sephiroth too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah. This side, I'll say this about Final Fantasy. The draft set is really good.
Agreed.
There's the only deck that I haven't like found to be very valid is the green white like go wide deck. Like I just haven't seen that be relevant. I've seen like the green white I've seen that, but the green white like go wide, I was like this. I haven't seen anybody do this successfully yet. So, but yeah, like
they run into the person running fire magic and it like just ruins their day.
yeah, fire magic is like so disgusting because it's instant and then just for 3 mana like dealing 2, it doesn't seem like much, but there's so many like a lot of the job select only gives like power and not toughness, and things just don't get big. I had this guy in a draft which was Furion Wild Rose Warrior. That card is pretty absurd. Like I rolled people with that card because I would go turn 3 this, turn 4 Warrior Sword, and then I put 2 4/3s with haste on the battlefield, and it's a 3/3 itself. So you're just like, all right, take 11. You're like, whoa, and then it keeps the 1/1 token behind. But yes, the new equipment sacrifices, like that card is disgusting. Also, Dion is really good too. Like all the summons that flip, all the creatures that flip, like Jill, Dion, Clive, like Joshua.
And they turn back into their other pieces.
Yeah, dude.
Back into the characters.
All those cards are just degenerate. Like they're just like those are the bombs of the format. And there's some other ones too, but like truly those ones are crazy. You're like, oh my god. When someone drops that on you, you're like, I have like a 2-turn to 3-turn clock, and they're like our Jetch. Like there's just all of those. They just do so much, and it's kill this or like you're gonna have to invest your entire board into blocking to ensure that they can't flip, or if they have an activated ability. And then on top of that, like when you decide to go all in on a block on like Jetch or something, and they just have like a pump spell. So I was like, I'll just do that stuff. And then obviously there's other persist cards and other sack outlets. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just put a DT in here. Let's put a Vamp Tutor in here. Just let's get crazy with it. So that's what I did. So,
she's Mardu colors, right?
yeah, she's pretty cool. Really like her. Mainly the only reason I built her is because I didn't get a search well, but I opened up this version of her. I was like, dude, this is so clean. It looks so good. So, oh yeah, the Celeste the Rune Knight, just amazing. I like that when it ETBs too, you discard cards and draw them many. So like it just helps to like dig through your deck. So it's like kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then I was like, let me just throw like all the fun I put in there. I was like, let me put a Deadpool in there. I put a Saw in Half just so I could do the dual caster mage combo. Like there's like 4 different Mardu-esque combos in there, and it's just with every single tutor you just have all these different avenues. And then I kind of forgot how good like some of the white cards were, and I know I'm saying that, but like Savine's Reclamation is really good in that this style deck because you want to be able to bring back multiple things. Like if your grinding station plus persist guy or a sack outlet and a persist guy are in your graveyard, the fact that it brings 2 of them back and you just win like right there, and it itself has flashback, so you can like do a lot of cool stuff. So I've been really liking it, and then even this version of her is like expensive. You're like, whoa. So yeah.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
And then this set's really hyped, dude. And like, product is expensive. Like, it's the going rate at like a normal store right now is like $65 to $75 per like for a collector booster, and a lot of places are like not keeping stock. They're running out fast. So
Everybody wants that golden nugget.
yeah, that golden nugget, but even like the Surge Foil Cloud from the commander deck is like that's a $1,500 card. Like it's
Jesus.
yeah, it's super
Are
rare.
you sure? I thought it was like 400.
Okay, it might have dropped. I know things are getting like
But still, 400 is insane.
for a Surge Foil. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's quite gnarly. Yeah, okay, it's only $400, but this anime cloud is just too pretty. Like people want it. And I mean, it looks sick. And if you're gonna build this deck that's Final Fantasy VII themed, like you can like pseudo pimp it out, you know.
Yeah.
But it's how much is this Tifa going for? Even like all these cards, there's just a little. It's nice to know that there's a lot of like hits because, you know, if we go back to like Aether Drift, there wasn't really that many hits. Like they had some like the gold, you know, some of the gold stuff that was in there.
Stuff.
Yeah, but not even the lands were that desirable. But it's more or less they had like a golden chrome mox, you know.
This is the reason collector boxes are $179 though of Aether Drift.
Yeah, Aether Drift is quite cheap. Like, but
Literally the most expensive card is not even Ketchermos anymore. It's stock up.
Catcher almost dropped that much, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, brutal. Like, dude, I can't believe how much this thing has dropped. You know what?
Oh, $10. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
was gonna say $30 isn't
$9.
so bad.
no, it's. I mean, I bought mine at
That's the
30.
problem.
I would bought mine at like a premium price.
Yeah.
I mean,
This-
people were hot on it because they were hoping it would pop into something, but it doesn't.
It
Well,
could
I
also,
mean, it did for a bit. Like,
it's
it
still
was in
it's still
Legacy
played
and
in,
all that.
it's still played heavily in modern. Like it's still a thing in modern. Like Death and Taxes. This is all that deck. The problem is just the need or want for modern is
Modern cards is 0. Yeah, you're right.
nobody's looking for it anymore. Modern, I think we have. Modern might be going down the path of what Extended went through, where it's very seasonal. Like let's say if there's a Pro Tour or a PTQ season or RCQ season that's modern, we're gonna want modern cards, but like it's just not like nobody really wants to play it. And this is also because of the rebirth of Standard, right? Like competitive players have shifted their focus to Standard.
So I was gonna say it is it is modern season in RCQ right now.
Yeah, but you just did a limited one because your RCQ you can either do limited or modern. Like you don't have to do
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
people don't like even in the season of modern, people don't want modern.
It's I think it's over. Oh, this one's even got a Cecil on it.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, Cecil seeing a lot of play in Pioneer and Mono Black also.
Yeah, I mean the card is really aggressive, but yeah, I think we're just in an era where people have left modern, and there's more stuff for Standard, which rightfully so. So and Standard's actually good right now. So, and that's debatable, right? Like Standard is pseudo good in the sense of like there's
46%.
there's like 4 to 6 different decks, but realistically, like of those decks, they're just kind of different flavors of one another. You know, you have Corey Steelcutter, you have Monstrous Rage, you have Stock Up, which are like the premier cards of the set, and then which is primarily red blue. It looks like all the 5-color control decks just have taken a dump. They just I don't think they have the tools to do with Corey Steelcutter. Corey Steelcutter probably was what shifted the dynamic the most because I mean before this we were looking at Vizier, the Enchanter deck, and that's like I would never advise anybody to play that deck. Not in this meta. You're just asking to lose, you know.
You need Monsters Rage to go away for that deck to be playable.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong, Corey is still like a problematic card, but I don't think they're going to ban that card. It's too new,
Yeah,
and I think the deck can still survive and it can replace but now it doesn't have instant speed trample, which is like a huge thing. Like, it
Yeah, it's
allows you to
massive.
block it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want Monsters Rage to go, but it's gotta go.
I think I guess I would have to play more standard. I'm not playing standard right now. Like, really, the only thing I really play is
A lot
Legacy.
of fun, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was having fun for with it like a minute, and then, you get sick of playing against Monsters Rage, and you're like, okay, yeah, this isn't fun anymore. Like, I think Kibler said it the best. It's like, for Magic to be at like a peak or awesome or great, blocking needs to be meaningful, whether it's a block that trades or a block that chumps. But when you put cards like Monsters Rage in the format, blocking is not an object.
Pointless.
Yeah, you can't, because you get punished for blocking. You not only lose your creature, but you also take damage, so you're not really absorbing anything. And it's too efficient. It's like, nobody cares when you're going to hit with like a, what was that, 7/6 from Ixalan that couldn't be countered. Like something, it's a dinosaur that was like a mythic.
Carnage.
I know what you're.
Giant.
Carnage
Yeah,
Giant. Yeah, so
I
like, nobody cares when that card has trample, but when your entire team of 1 and 2 drops can get trample like that, it's, yeah.
And they all get buffed from you just casting the spell. Like,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
1/1 and trample stick around forever.
Oh yeah. And then
I
they
honestly
yeah.
think that would drastically change it.
Getting rid
If
of Monsters
you
Rage.
Took away the count. Well, if you took away the token that attaches.
Oh sure, yeah, because if it's just for the temporary turn, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah, I mean, this deck is hyper focused, hyper consistent, and then Screaming Nemesis on the top of it all. Like, I'm not sure why that was there. It's a great card, but the fact that if you take damage from its effect, you no longer can gain life, so you can't even get out from under it. Like, you can't like stabilize with like a 5/5 lifelinker or Azure the Enchanter to give your things lifelink. You're just like, yeah, you're at 4, and I hit you with the Screaming Nemesis. So, or sorry, I bolted my own or burst lightning my own Screaming Nemesis. So now you can't gain life. You're like, oh shit, this is so bad. And then you're just susceptible to really anything. But yeah.
And what also makes it gross is, what was it? Boros Reckoner. It dealt damage to the source of the damage, didn't it? Isn't that how that one was worded?
Boros Reckoner?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Because what's gross about Nemesis is that you can, like, if they go to kill it, it's just like 2 mana or 1 mana burst lightning, target it, and I will redirect that 2 damage to your face. So essentially doing what I want my burst lightning to do.
yeah. It does that
Oh
much
no,
better.
it is any target. Okay.
Yeah, it was the Boros Reckoner was a good one. That card was annoying. I hated playing against that card. That card annoyed the shit out of me.
Play Blasphemous Act on it. It's gross.
Yeah, it's a fun one. No, but Standard's I think Standard's gonna have a shakeup in 2 weeks. We have a Pro Tour happening. What I do like about this Pro Tour is it's like Final Fantasy's been out for a week, and then we'll talk about maybe it's been out for 4 more days coming up to the Pro Tour. So it's been out for 10 days. Where I think with the Aether Drift Pro Tour, Aether Drift was almost out for like 4 weeks or like 3 weeks. So that was kind of an understood format. I'm hoping that something, surprises all of us, and when it does, it's like, okay, let's see where this goes. So I don't know what that's going to be, but God forbid it be Sephiroth. Yeah.
I'd be okay with it being Sephiroth.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I think that's scary. It's just I think that card will be a $200 standard card if that's the case. People just want that card. People want Sephiroth. I mean, hell, I want it.
$200, but
If you need 4 copies of it, you're screwed. Like
I think it'll do the same thing Shieldred did, which will sit around like 90.
Sure.
Because Shieldred is actually worth more than Sephiroth was when it was first released. It was at a $60
Really?
price tag right away.
Yeah, Shieldred
Yeah,
was
that was like $70.
it's pretty
Still
expensive now.
$70.
Yeah, it's never come down. And well, Shieldred had also, it was EDH gold, so everybody in EDH wanted it, right? Because it's like my black deck that makes you draw cards, or if I play Wheel Effects, like I'm gonna nut on everybody on this. And then it was good in like both Legacy and Pioneer. I don't know, it like had its stint in Modern because I think that was still the time where we were playing Griefs. So like I don't know if it had anywhere to go, but
I thought it was like a one of in the what's his name, Yawgmoth deck. but
They might have. There was it was definitely like a sideboard package where like for Doomsday. I don't know if they played this because now they all just play Bargoyf.
Yeah.
But before that, they were like, "Oh, my opponent's going to try to go all in on like force negations and all that. I'll just bring in Shield Rid and say go like Dark turn 1, Lotus Petal Dark Rit, Shield Rid, and you're like, oh shit, I don't have a counter spell for that. I'm dead. You know, got ya. Or even if you got lucky and get the Cavern of Souls, like I'll name Praetor and then just drop that. And then most people that when you play against Doomsday, you board out all your removal, so you know your STPs, your Fatal Pushes, they're all gone. They're sitting in your sideboard. And you're just watching this thing just drain you for 2 every turn, and you're like, well, can't play Brainstorms because you just auto die. So
damage, so gross.
yeah, it was a good one.
But this is seeing play in that Sephiroth Pioneer deck. Apparently. They are
Yeah.
in the deck together.
Yeah. Fucking Orcish.
Bowmaster's too good for standard.
Who?
Is Bowmaster's too good for
Orcish
standard?
Bowmaster?
Yeah.
I mean, for sure. It's disgusting. Like, nobody wants to live through this shit. This is already a headache as it is, but yeah. And this card, it's almost the same in like EDH decks. Like every CEDH deck plays this. I think isn't this considered a? Oh, it is a game changer. They did bump it up to game changer status. Got it. That's why. So all the tier 3 decks, tier 2 and tier 1 decks. Which do you guys have any tier 1 or tier 2 decks?
I think technically the Aether Drift Precon I have that sleeved out from.
Yeah. JB, how about you?
We got those.
What's
I don't
up?
have any
Tier
blue.
2?
Do you have any tier 1 or tier 2 decks?
Yeah, I have some. Most of my Kindred decks are that way.
Gotcha.
They just don't like
Actually-
have any search. They don't have any game breaking cards. They don't have any of that.
Sure.
I think that Marchesa deck that I played on our last fight night when we did tier 4 was a tier 4.
Yeah, I think so.
that deck is actually tier 2.
Nice.
I don't think it has any game changers.
That's very funny.
Yeah, I want to say my anime deck might be close to tier 2.
Yeah.
It may have like a card for tier 3, so maybe it is tier 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was gonna look at it today or tomorrow to prep up because I was gonna say what are you bringing to Vegas?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm bringing 4 decks
hear
with
it.
me. So I'm bringing no like legacy standard. I was thinking about bringing a Pauper deck, but I was like, I'm not gonna sit down and play Pauper. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pipe dream. So, I got my Celeste coming with me. I have Ketchermouse coming with me, and then I have the Felithar, which is the Abzan guy, and then I'm gonna bring my Talrand deck because that one just comes and travels with me everywhere. So those 4 are gonna be there. All of the decks are tier 4. And I guess you could say that the blue deck is tier 3 because it does have a Cyclonic Rift and a Rhystic Study in it. So, but that deck is horrendously bad. But it's
How many
too
is it
late.
for tier 3? How many do you need?
Three game changers. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
You don't need. That's just the most.
Yeah,
Well,
you-
yeah, you maximum.
Right. I mean, when you have 1 or 3, yeah, you're tier 3. If you have 0, you're tier 2. So, but I do play a
Gotcha.
Cyclonic Rift, and like I need to get a foil one that I can white border or silver border. Yeah. So that, yeah, it's like those are what I'm bringing with me, and that's just like I'll have them on me, and then I don't really know if like honestly they might just sit in our room. Like I don't. The last time I went to, in Chicago when I played EDH, I was like, I don't like playing with randoms. You know, and I might just go into a CDH pod and just try to ruin people's day. You know, with this because I'm not gonna play the way that CDH players play. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do what I want. So, like, well, we need you. Nope. Don't talk to me until I have priority. If I have priority, you're more. You can ask me all the questions you want, but until then, don't ask me about my hand. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. You need to do something with you when you have priority. If you need to know what's in my hand for you to make a decision, that won't happen. I'll wait till it pass, and then just sit there. I'm like, well, does anybody have an answer to this? Do I have priority? I don't. Okay, stop asking me. Like, just leave it. Like,
Tony out here trying to make CEDH great again.
it's you need. I mean, that 11-hour meta. Yeah, the current. My favorite
That's
part.
So insane.
Yeah, my favorite part about the CDH right now is the current meta game is called Yap Meta because it's just nobody like that game. So the game that took 11 hours, and yes, you heard that correctly, 11 hours took 10
That's
turns.
terrible.
10 turns. 10 turns.
That's over an hour per round cycle.
It's awful. It's because, and let's pretend that your turns 1, 2, and 3 are pretty like, like set up, and then everybody's like, well, I got the win, so if I go for the win, you shouldn't go for the win because then it makes me this, and then this guy's gonna go for the win, so I can't. So there's just, and then it was like, I should do this, and it's like, stop. The rule should be if you don't have priority, you cannot speak, and then if you ask somebody what they're going to do or the contents of their hand, it should be a strike. And if you get 2 strikes, you get DQ'd. You're done.
See, that's my thing is I don't mind long games. I do mind long games when everyone overthinks every play all the time.
It's just it's the Yap meta.
It's just like stop. I mean,
like,
if you're doing actions and things happen, cool.
Yeah.
If
I
you're
agree,
just
like-
sitting there going, well, hold on, let me ask him if he's gonna do this when I do that,
Yeah.
and then
no.
you sit there and do that for like 20 minutes, I
Yeah.
want to reach over the table and strangle you.
Like, I don't mind long games. Like, I've played like 3-hour long games.
I hate
before,
'em.
And like,
Hate
it
'em.
feels, it does feel draining towards the end. But like most of the time when it's with friends, I don't really realize it as much because we're in between turns. Like, oh, it's not my turn. Me and Antonio will be talking about something else, or like stuff like that. So I don't mind that. But 11 hours, I don't care who I'm playing with. We're either ending this game or I'm strangling someone.
It's not a serious. It's not as like they were at the final table, and the reason they agreed to a draw is because the guy had to go and make his flight.
Yep, Catch is playing. He
Oh,
asked the
oh
judge
my
before.
God.
He's like, Judge, I can't. This has been 11 hours. It's like
This is unreasonable.
So
please.
they played a CDH
End
tournament. So not only do they play a CDH tournament all day, right? The final game, the final table, was 11 hours long. So that staff just had to suffer. Like, no, I said on X or Twitter, whatever you call it, I said I was like and Facebook. I was like, all these players need to have a 1-year ban to think about their actions. I don't care. Like 11 hours.
That's the best. It's like, yes, please stop.
No, yeah.
You're making mistakes when you play
Yeah.
games.
And you guys want to be acknowledged as like a serious format? It's not. You
No
can't.
one will want to do this.
Well, it's
okay,
just-
not no one. Very few people.
No, it's it's the meme is your yap. It's a yap meta. So it's you don't play the game. You yap about what other people should do. Therefore, that way you can make the perfect play. It's like
And that's a problem. I hate that.
No.
I don't mind a little bit of it, but like when that's the entirety of the game and it takes up 10 times everything else, it's like, no, this is garbage. Get out.
yeah, just stay here. Like just say one.
Make an action, take the action, go.
Yeah. And if it's the incorrect action, well, I will have a learning experience from that. But to be like, oh, does somebody have a counter spell? Because I'm trying to reserve my counter spell for me, and I don't want to reveal content. It's like just play with your hands revealed, and then just go like, let's stack this in the way that we think is the most optimal way, and then we'll just determine a winner that way.
So
What do you bring?
I was thinking about bringing Legacy.
Just leave it at home.
I don't know what for, honestly, because I don't think any of the boys are around. So it's not like I'll be able to play funsy games in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, you could do like they do have like win a boxes.
Events.
Yeah, so you could do like a win a box, which would be like 2 hours of your time, maybe 3 hours, unless you lose, then it would be 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess maybe.
And you'd be winning a box. Well, it's not win a box. They don't do win a box. It's all point based.
Yeah,
But then I would just do a draft or whatever.
that's what I'm saying.
don't
Like,
know.
I think you're gonna have more fun
You're gonna
drafting
do seals.
mystery boosters. You're gonna have more fun drafting.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just do that.
Yeah, maybe I'll just I mean, I was gonna bring anime EDH. I was gonna bring my lands deck,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is tier 3.
Sure.
And then maybe one of the garbage ones,
Yeah.
or maybe some I might bring Stasis just for fun if there is pre-modern happening.
I mean, this is the largest Magic Con ever, so it's the highest attendance ever because they've expanded so much. So there's gonna be people in that room with pre-modern, right? Like, and there probably is a.
Yeah,
I mean,
so maybe I'll bring. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll bring some for pre-modern.
they have a Dan tournament. Like, yes, they have.
I know
pre-modern.
they do.
Yeah, and I
It's
was-
so funny to me.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, man. They have Pauper. They have all that. So all that stuff's like really cool. You want to get tattoos together, JB?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why?
it's his target
Are you
permanent
really
tattoo.
trying to get a tattoo?
Only if someone does it with me.
Nope.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
me.
yeah,
Now,
I
if
mean,
Jeff were there, you'd get it.
No.
You know what? You know
I
who
would
might?
do it. I'll do it in Atlanta.
no, I need to do it with the tattoo virgin, so we both can regret our decision. Like this was
Oh.
really stupid. Just me.
Oh,
Honestly,
'cause
feel
you don't
like
have
I
one?
haven't gotten
Like, yeah, I would never
tattoo
get a
in,
tattoo.
15, 16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have never gotten a tattoo either.
You know, you want to get like real small ones
So
on our wieners, so that way.
Yeah.
Perfect. You wouldn't be able to see it on mine.
Oh, nice. What if you just got a tattoo of a large wiener on your leg and be like, "What's up?" And you're
Check
like,
this out.
oh, did I
I
trick
want a
you?
tattoo of a butt on my butt.
This is my small butt.
That's from.
Oh, this guy's from Ink Master. Oh my god, they have a lot of people doing tattoos there. Holy crap!
Yeah, dude.
I'm going
Asen had a bunch too. They had like a little, like an area cordoned off for it. It was crazy.
That's, yeah. I would if. Nah, there's no
Went
guild.
to a
Or,
room party and hung out with one of the tattoo artists and was chatting for a while. And
yeah, that's certainly a gig. Like, I mean, there's I think the attendance is 20,000 people, so you're gonna get some people that
love tattoos, bro.
yeah.
And
Yeah, they
what's
do.
crazy is a lot of them like they just have books and you're only allowed to pick like, because like otherwise like it would take up too much of your time having to draw something.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
so the woman that I was talking to at that convention, she was doing sketches before coming to that room party
Oh no shit.
for the next day, so that way when the customer came in, she could show it to him. And like, you know, I'm sure there are some rules or guidelines where it's like, hey, it's gonna be this kind of simple, so that
Yeah,
way
it
I
can't
can
be
get
like
you
a
in and
whole
out.
back tattoo.
Yeah, and it won't be like super detail colored or anything like that
Wait, go
because
down,
you
go
know
down,
that
go
just
down.
takes up a lot of time.
Oh, hey,
But-
dude, is the voice actor for Clive.
Ben Starr?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big deal. He was when they talked about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I knew he was there for that. I didn't know he was going to be in Vegas.
That's a big deal, dude. Yeah.
Sorry, did not mean to interrupt.
No, it's all right.
You're fine. I don't know. I'm ready. First thing
I
I
did
do when I
wanna
land is we figure out if we can get badges Thursday night.
No, we'll miss cutoff. Yeah, Will calls till 6 p.m.
Dang.
I know, so we'll be suffering that Friday line.
I do believe the free
That's
play
fine.
area is open that night, though.
Is it? Maybe we.
I
go.
mean, I'm gonna be.
we're just gonna live
I've,
we're gonna have a casino life.
I was about to say I have $200 a day set aside to throw away at the wall.
Yeah, it's,
Maybe it'll last a while. Maybe it'll last 10 minutes, and I'll go to the free play area. Who knows?
that's a good. Yeah, that's a good way. That's honestly like I was trying to like do it where it's like $300, probably. No, I wanted. My gambling.
You gotta
nights are-
remember Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably be.
'Cause I
roped
will
in.
be doing it every day.
Oh my god. I'll be looking for a cube on Thursday then. I'll just be like, yeah, JB, you can go gamble, cause yeah, I don't.
Well, if you get a cube, I might come anyways. I don't know.
Okay.
Depends what
Hey,
it is.
here's the thing.
If it's vintage cube, I'm in. If it's random trasher cube, I don't know.
It's 24. The casino's 24/7. They got oxygen. They got drinks. You just get crazy, baby. You know.
True.
Yeah.
You know.
Just cube in the middle of the fucking casino, bro.
Oh yeah. Yo, they should have like
Can we
a
gamble?
Yeah.
Put $50 up.
I would team draft. I mean, I wouldn't team draft with
I'd
you.
get my ass.
Sorry.
I was
you're-
about to say, I'd
yeah,
get my
like,
ass
team
handed to me.
draft.
I'm sorry. You're.
I know.
You're not a good drafter.
I know.
I just can't.
I know
have
what
you on
I
my
am.
Team. You're like the fact that it's like I know you're gonna go maybe 1-2 at best means like we're already like I have to then say okay I guess we have to go 2-1-2-1 like there is no
At best, I can do 2-1.
if you go 2-1 I'll be like so proud of you because that means like that means other like people that usually money draft are very good drafters.
Yeah, against them, maybe not.
That's what I'm saying. I need you to 1-2, and I'm not that
Yeah.
confident. I'm not that confident in you. Like this isn't people that play it like FNM. Like typically people that are
I
putting
know.
their money up, they're good. And if you want to really sharpen your skills at drafting, start money drafting. It's still a thing. It's still happening. I think I saw it this weekend, and I was like, oh, I miss those days. It was basically you money draft for your dinner that night. I was like, oh, you want a money draft for dinner? I'm like, okay. Like losing team pays. Like, yeah, that works. No, I'm very excited for Vegas. We have our meet and greet on Friday, which at 3 from 3 to 4:30, which is like a good time. Like I actually
That's
don't
towards the
mind that.
tail end of the con.
Mm-hmm. And then
Like the actual like event happening. Maybe not.
No, that's
I
like
guess-
smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
It's actually
'Cause the first night it's open till like 10 or 11.
yeah.
But all the big events, they'll be having people like flop out and
well,
people
the
will be
Creator
around.
Central area shuts. So the upstairs shuts down at like 6, like the Artist Alley and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that all
where all the
shuts
dealer
down.
halls
So
are.
that's where we. I believe that's where we are because that's where it was last year. And then everything
Yeah.
goes downstairs, and even that area, like the Pro Tour and all that, that's still going on. But all the dealers, like, that's so nice for the dealers because I mean, I worked at GPs back when they were GPs. You were in that hall until midnight every.
Yeah, you
freaking
just
night.
couldn't leave.
Yeah. Like, oh, fuck. It just kind of sucked. But, so we'll be, I'll be spending a lot of time in the Content Creator Central area. I got an idea for a little skit that I want to do. We'll see if I will go through with it. I don't want to announce it because if I don't do it, it's like, you know what I mean? But it's just, it could be time consuming. I don't know if it will be. It might only take a couple hours. But,
Sure.
and then Saturday, we have the world's largest pack war, which very thrilled about from 11 to 3. Pretty much at our meet and greet, we'll be telling people about that, and we can let people know that, I think the rounds are going to go 11, 11:45, 12:30, 1:15, and then we'll do the winner circle, we'll say 1:45, 2 o'clock. That way we just kind of get an hour back. I mean, if they would allow me to do more rounds, I certainly would, but I don't think they will. So,
Yeah.
because but after the last one, I think whatever the kinks we had in the last pack war, those have been ironed out as far as
Yeah, last time was pretty good. It was pretty quick. There
well,
was,
we didn't
the
have a
only
token
issue
to give
was the-
people, and then we didn't have something to
I was
give.
about to say
yeah.
the only issue was handing things out at the, we as a group need to not
Yeah, so I
say,
have.
yeah, I'll hold one for you.
Yep. So I got that all squared away. I showed you guys what I made
Yeah.
for it.
Cards.
Yep. And then the finalist tokens, which is really nice. I was like, man, I don't have a printer at my house. I print all my things at work. So I was like, if they're gonna tell me it's not gonna be Final Fantasy, I was like, fuck. Like, how am I gonna hand these out as a finalist? Finalist tokens. 12 of those, and then all these to get entered, all different colors.
Nice.
So
Smart. So that way the heats are. Well, the only other issue is if someone does. Well, if we just hand it out at the time, it's fine.
yeah, we're not holding spots for anybody. It's in our description. It's first come, first serve. You're more than welcome to loam around and look, but I can't have
So
a
what
line.
you're telling me is on Friday, if I go play an EDH group and I talk to some dudes,
You can tell them to be there at 11.
okay,
so
I
can't-
tell them to be there.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
not.
hand them a
Well,
card.
yeah, I'm not gonna hand them
Right.
anything. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't know how many people are gonna show up, but there are people that are gonna wait there and be there. So
Yeah.
which totally cool. Very happy with how that's all gonna play out. Like, overall, just over the moon about the whole thing. But did you? I gotta start packing, so I haven't done that yet. So
Yeah, I gotta wash clothes tomorrow and pack.
yeah, basically my day tomorrow shot. It's like I have a list.
Rearrange a couple of decks, make sure I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I just finished all my decks, got sleeves with me, so I have my backpack that I'm gonna be bringing on the plane with me. And
Mhm.
I wish I didn't do this fast enough. I could make a judge's tower for us. Do you know what judge's tower is?
Yeah, I'd play it.
No. You've played it before?
Yeah,
Okay. What do you think? Tell me what you think judge tower is.
it's been a minute.
Oh, if you don't remember,
Like, isn't it the 250 or 500 card deck, and you both play off the same deck?
yeah. So there's that's called that's got a different name. Judge's Tower is very interesting, and I'll walk through it because I do like it. So it is a shared deck. However, there is no life total, and the reason why that is because the rule is anytime that you're able to attack, block, activate an ability, or
Oh, you have to.
you
or play
have
a
to do it.
card.
or play a
Yeah.
card, but you play a card when you can do it when you have priority. So it's like you're super rules lawyery, and every time that you lose, you get eliminated. And then let's say you're playing with 4 people. Once all people have been eliminated, or let's say one guy's left, they score a point, and it's the first person to 3. So board states get really complex because you'll be like, okay, I have 7 permanents on board, which is a card that gains life, a card that does this, a card that does that. I just drew a lightning bolt, so on my upkeep, on my draw step, I have to cast a lightning bolt and I have to target something. and typically you think you have to target your like their stuff. No, you want to target your stuff so you have less abilities to like stack and make sure, and you're passing priority. And so like when you activate a gain 1, let's say you just have like tap gain 1, you pass priority, and if they have like an activate that's like ping and they don't activate it, they lose. Like, so it's like, it's just called Judge's Tower because it's supposed to be like, you're supposed to put a lot of cards that are varied in complexity, and then the more like as the game builds, you not only have simple spells, but you also have really complex ones, and then you build it so there's like no infinite mana or whatever. But I think everybody starts with like a no card hand. You just draw off the top and play it, and then you go from there. You're like, all right, I'll activate this. So that's what Judge Towers is, which could be fun. I could build one of like 200 commons, and we just play it on the plane. Be like, all right, because playing life is the worst.
Miserable. I mean, I usually just listen to a podcast and try to fall asleep.
Yeah.
What time does your plane leave?
We leave it like in the
It's like
middle.
5.
Yeah, we leave at 5 in the afternoon, so it's not like we're leaving in the morning. So I'm not.
7.
Yeah, depending on when we get to the
7 or
airport.
8.
But you're talking to a guy who loves to take midday naps.
Yeah, you'll probably just be out on me. I'll just bring my Switch.
Do I lay down at like 3 p.m. every day, 4 p.m. for an hour or
Pay
two?
for early boarding.
I'll bring my Switch. I'll just play World Championship Edition 2004. Yu-Gi-Oh! On the plane. I was farming that game for a while. Those games are great though. All right.
The OG ones or not OG, the
There's
DS ones.
they don't have the DS ones on there yet. So
Championship was Game Boy Advance. I
yes,
think.
right now the ones
that one.
the ones that exist are
How'd you like the OG Game Boy one?
the first one is pretty
Silver color.
the first one's pretty fun. There's actually one for Game Boy. The one for Game Boy Color is worse because they add a mechanic and it makes the games go from like let's pretend like you're playing 4x speed. Feels like you're playing in like slow mo. It's like, holy crap, this sucks.
What mechanic?
I'll show it to you on the thing. It'll make more sense if I show it to you. But it's like,
Because I played Dark Duelist Stories or whatever it was,
That was
the Game Boy
regular
Color
Game
one.
Boy like-
yeah. Let's get that early days of Yu-Gi-Oh collection.
Yeah.
Just pulling it up so you can see it.
Yeah, what the heck is the name of that one? I like how we're looking at Yu-Gi-Oh now. On this.
Yeah. So there's this one right here. Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Monsters. There's Dark Duel Stories.
Yeah,
Right.
Dark Duel Stories.
So this one is
That's what I had.
this one's super fast.
Oh, okay.
So I played through all the games and
Memory is the one for PlayStation.
I'm here now.
Oh, they got 2004 on here?
Yeah.
That one's the good one.
Yeah, I've been playing that
That's
one.
the one he's on, I thought.
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm playing. This one sucks.
2004 is awesome.
2005 sucks.
Well, 2004 was like right when the
It's
right when the
it's before BLS.
was it?
Mhm.
No way.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
right,
wrong.
yeah, you can't combo. Right.
Yeah, it's like
No,
the best text like
Blackluster Soldier was definitely out in 2005.
Not Blackluster.
Blackluster.
Talking about
Envy
Envoy
of
of
the
the beginning,
beginning.
Envoy of the end.
Yeah, and Chaos
No,
Emperor.
I know.
It wasn't
Was
on
it?
this
Yeah,
game. It
Chaos
wasn't on this
Emperor.
game. That it was
Yeah,
out.
it was right
wasn't on this
before they
game.
had
Okay.
they had limit, but they didn't have band yet.
Yeah, and then 2005, they like made the game better by you could walk around, and the walking around and going to towns, like I was like, this sucks. I just want to play the game. Like give me like beat Kai with 20 times. I'm almost done. I still got to beat like 4 guys like 50 more times, but my deck's like pretty much done.
Bonkers.
Yeah, well, it's but they're also the PC players, the NPCs at the 5-star tier. Their decks are also ludicrous as well too. And when you go against like Merrick, he's got a cheater deck. He's got 3 Regekis. You're like, okay, you're like, okay, like I guess. So you have to like build in mind to like I should change my deck a little bit. Maybe play like some whatever. And he'll have like when you go against. There's an Exodia like rare hunter. He's got 3 Sangans and 3 Witch of the Black Forest. So he's like, you don't want to play Dark Hole. You don't want to play like Regeki because it's like he just puts all his cards face down, and if you just decide to pop, you're just gonna lose. So it's kind of fun when you go against like the cheater decks because like they're cheater decks, so you have to get lucky against them. But and then I also scumbag save all the time, so I have a perfect record. Refuse.
I mean, let's be real. The oh my god, what was the one for the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Dark
That everyone
or
loves?
Dark Memory.
Yeah.
No,
Dark Duel Stories?
Forbidden
sorry,
Memories.
Forbidden Memories.
Or
Forbidden Memories.
was the
That one,
where
you
just-
literally cannot lose. If you lose, the game's over.
Because they take your best card.
No, you lose. It's over. You have to
Oh,
reload.
it's like a Contra, huh? It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, every time
Well,
you
there was
lose.
this, you could save, but like.
Yeah, but if you
lose, it would
lost,
kick you back to the save file.
Oh, that's very funny.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you'd lose fully. They'd like kill you in
Well, and
ancient
that game's
Egypt,
so
and then you'd have to
nuts.
reload.
Because like polymerization wasn't needed, you could just take two monsters and.
It's because the
get your
game-
random fusion.
That's how
the
Duel
game
Monsters
was-
is.
Oh, I was about to say the
That's-
game is
yeah.
based on the show and the manga, not on the actual card game itself.
Yeah.
That's why.
And these
I
ones
found
are.
that out
But they
because
used
of the release date.
polymerization in the show.
Yeah. Sacred Cards is rough because you have like a point system. So if you.
Yep.
Oh, it's
And
agonizing.
so does the second one, the Game Boy Color one. That
Yeah,
we were
it's
talking about.
very
It has a point
agonizing.
system.
It's very agonizing. Like I hated it. 'Cause you're like, I guess I can't play anything with over 1,000 attack because you're like, you're not good enough. You're like, fuck.
Have you been cheating and looking up card numbers?
No, I don't do that. But this game or this Switch game, they just have the cheats like a Game Shark off to the side. You can just turn them on. You just go like, I want
Oh.
unlimited points, so I don't have to deal with this bullshit, or give me all the cards. And for all the games I've played with integrity in that sense, and there's also like a version where you can do like no ban or no what's it called mode, like no limit mode. So you can just put like a deck with 5 Exodia pieces and 35 pot of greeds. Just like,
I just
you're like,
win.
oh, look at this, and then like you get owned by somebody going like Imperial Order. You're like, well, I fucking lost. Like I gotta naturally draw a fucking Exodia here. Like that sucks. Yeah.
All right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
Oh boy.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah. Bon voyage, Jivy. I'll be seeing him, but you'll be seeing me and
Deal.
JB on there. and
JB.
then
Couple
Wait,
days.
before you go, one good thing.
say something nice.
I'm glad we made it to Vegas. Let's go.
Hell
Okay. Safe flights. So, have you been like keeping up on Modern or anything like over the last week? Because now that this is out on Magic Online.
I have not looked at Legacy, but I have looked at Modern. I noticed I forgot his name already. What is it? The Maelstrom Wanderer or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
The green blue guy is seeing play in Amulet Titan. Cause
Oh,
it's
sure.
Just another amulet.
Well, he's like a pseudo. You don't get multiple triggers on him, but yes, because
Lands come into play on tap. That's all it says. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But also, I noticed that they're playing Fire Magic.
oh yeah,
Instant speed board wipe.
yeah, it's really good. That's like one of the things that
Yeah.
that Fire Magic might be really good because it's so good against like a Johnny and like the Boros decks, like being able to kill all of their deck. Oh, they're playing Joshua and
Boros
Boros.
is also playing.
Holy
Joshua, so
crap,
the other thing
dude.
I was gonna say.
This is a
Um,
Final Fantasy might be way more impactful than what we think. I know people are trying stuff out,
I
but
think it's gonna be
jeez.
like 1 to 2 cards in each deck, but I just don't see an actual archetype. I guess it depends on the format,
Yeah, that's fair.
but
That's fair.
I don't see an entire deck forming because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are saying, oh, the Vivi deck without Corey Steelcutter, and I'm like, it's just the Corey Steelcutter deck though without Corey Steelcutter.
Yeah.
It's not really actually that different.
Mm-mm.
The one deck I have been watching has been the mono black deck in Pioneer, and some Boros energy decks have been splashing, or not splashing, but they've been playing. I can't think of the name of the card now.
Is it mono black?
No, I'm saying the Boros card, or the Boros energy decks in Modern. They've been playing a Final Fantasy card. I forgot which one it was that I noticed. Or it was Joshua we talked about.
Yeah,
that,
Joshua.
sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's got good stats, man. That card is aggressively
Yeah.
statted. Like, what the fuck? It's got so many goddamn ones at it. No, it's
But yes, Sephiroth, Cecil, and even Dark Confidant have been seen play, which has been surprising.
yeah, that is surprising. You know, it's like, I mean,
When
every
you're playing all 1
yeah.
to 2 card or 2 cost cards, like that's just free draw.
Mm-hmm. So like everything's new to the format, so people are trying stuff out, but like I've seen some VV lists. Like there was one I saw the other day, and I was just like, "Holy crap!" It's basically like an Emery VV deck, and basically that's what I'm translating into Legacy, and I'm gonna see if I can do it with a better land base. But my God, it was like VV is so easy to trigger. Like it's easy to get like 5 counters on it, and when that thing is making 5 mana, like so if you spend 5 cards and like then add 5 mana and then stock up, you're like, what the fuck? Like this is just this has gotten out of hand
Stock up's
fast.
a gross card, I heard.
Yeah, so the downside of VV is it starts off as an 0-3, but that doesn't even make it bolt proof, because if they just like have, I don't know, like a lava dart or something, or some kind of like gut shot, you're like, yeah, nice bolt. You have to like really hit it with a significant spell, because if they're holding on to any sort of counter spell, any kind of free magic, like you're gonna have a bad day, man. You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've been really interested in that. But modern seems like, what is Violent Urge? Ay.
Also,
These are crazy
one of the
cards.
other cards that has been seeing play from FF that I want to say was Standard and Pioneer, but it's the 2-mana card instant that can give 2 creatures +2/+2, or +2/+0, or it can exile
Opera
the top
Song?
2 cards of your library. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I like that card. Like when they,
It's aggressively costed at 2 mana.
yeah, that's usually a 3 mana effect, and they're like, let's just make this a little bit better.
And
So-
then make it modal on top of it.
Yeah, that's usually the big one, right? It's like when, yeah, that's why I was going to assume that it was going to be a 3-card combo, but it's a bit better than that. But yeah, so the deck I've been working on is a VV deck that has Emery in it, Tamiyo. It's got your legacy package, is what I like to call it, which is Forceful, Brainstorm, Ponder, and then your any kind of iterations of Stock Over Days. And because this is a Emery / artifact deck, we have 3 Quarry Steel Cutters, 4 Lotus Petal, 4 Meshwor's Bubble, 1 Mox Hammer, 4 Mox Opal, 1 Shadow Spear, 1 Soul Guide Lantern, and then just 16 lands, because you have 9 different mana sources in the your artifact slot, so you really can cheat on that. And all of those things that just listed off all trigger VV, and then you get all that mana back. So you can treat like a Mox Opal as it adds 2 mana, because if you have a VV, it's the mana itself from it, and then VV gets another counter. One of the techs I'm going to try after our podcast is I'm going to try to throw in a Curiosity and stick it on stick it on VV, and then every time that you cast a Mox Opal, you ping them for 1, because that's what VV does, and you draw a card. So that could be the thing that like
Gross.
breaks it. I don't know. The downside is like the shell's kind of soft, but it is like an Urza Saga shell, so you have like a alternate way to go. And if VV's really is that much of a problem, it's pretty easy to just go after
Wait.
removal after it.
Does Vivi actually do the pinging?
It says VV Ornithera, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so it draws off Curiosity. So that might be something
Isn't
to
there
try.
a better version of Curiosity?
No, you're
though?
thinking of the Ixalan one, which requires you to do combat damage. Curiosity, and I think there's a Keen Sense. They both are.
Just the creature deals damage.
Yeah, that's why they work with Niv Mizzet, whereas I think the other one does not. So I'm gonna try that, and that's gonna be my fun of just like throwing one. It doesn't really fit in the deck. There's no way to find it, but like to blindside somebody, it'd be like, because this deck can easily turn 2 or even turn 1 if you're like really lucky VV, and then go like Curiosity, and then like play 2 artifacts and just go like you can really just go after the races. And then you also have Quarry Steel Cutter as like a alternate win condition. It just seems natural to have it in there. Plus, being able to
So-
like give VV haste on this, because you can get all the mana here and be like, all right, I have 7 mana, I'll give VV haste and I'll attack you for 7. So like that's a avenue I'm gonna try.
So is Vivi like mainly your only win condition?
So you have VV, you have the Quarry Steel Cutter, and then you have Saga tokens.
Oh, okay, you do.
Yep. So there's 3 avenues to go about it, and it's like a Delver shell. It's similar, right? Like Delver, they put pressure on you, but VV being able to cast it, and then let's say you cast like 2 of these, and then you stock up, and then it grows so large, it demands an answer. And right now the format is so what's it called based. Like Legacy is really big on Reanimator still. Reanimators are a big issue, for good reason.
Even without
Just-
grief.
Yeah, even without grief. The shell is just like Tamiyo is a really good card. Tamiyo
Agreed.
makes it so you can't just focus on they're gonna outvalue you here. But that even with that, that's like I'm okay with that. Like I don't feel bad about that. But like they just have such a good. I mean, they won't bat the good old boys. So like Entomb and Reanimate aren't going anywhere. And this thing has been hit like 3 times now. So we've had Grief ban. We've had the Troll ban. So their mana had to get better. Like they couldn't just play like 17 lands, 3 Trolls, and just always have perfect mana. And they're way more susceptible to, what's it called now? Like Blood Moon effects.
Blood Moon.
Whereas before they're just like, I have the Troll, I can go get my Swamp, I don't really care, and I'll just beat you with 1 Swamp that can Entomb and Reanimate. Like Entomb at the end of your turn, Reanimate, kill you with an Atraxa. It's like, okay, this is not very fun. So, and then also the other big deck that's really popular, and it's because of stock up, is Show and Tell. Show and Tell is one of its big weaknesses was it kind of spun its wheels for a while, and it kind of ran out of steam, and then now it's got like. You just top deck a stock up and you can get pieces of your combo. It just digs so it just digs so deep. And then lastly, Nadu's still a thing, but from like a legacy standpoint, like Nadu's numbers are low on Magic Online because the interaction is so heinous. Like it's just it
Yeah,
is.
it takes too long.
You just it's not a fun play experience, and 80% of the people you go against just like auto concede, which they should. But some people are like, yeah, I need the points, so you're gonna have to take 7 minutes. Like, fuck, come on, dude. Like. Yeah, that's what sucks. So that can be annoying. But yeah, and so many different variants of Nadu. It's fascinating. Like this is a new one. I haven't seen this version, but this card's sick.
The hell is that?
It's very similar to Bristly Bill.
Landfall, but a counter.
And then when you do a second one, if this is the second time this is done this turn, double all the counters. So every fetch land doubles. It makes it way larger. So it's like. You know, the first fetch line gives it 2 or 1 counter, and then it gives 2, and then the next one goes with a 3, and then gives them 6 counters. So you go from all of a sudden you have a 9/9 with trample out of nowhere, or 7s or an 8/8. So, whereas Bristly Bill kind of does that. The only upside to Bristly Bill is Caracas, that you can save it by bouncing it back to your hand. But again, still Nadu is just. It is what it is, yeah. All right, man. Well, we're almost at the end of the stream, dude. You got anything else you want to add?
Yeah. It's gonna suck not being in Vegas, but
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm
miss you, dude.
excited. In general, I gave Antonio the basics from last time to get signed. So if you come to the meet and greet, make sure to sign a mountain.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
I want these mountains to be fully covered by the time we finish Magic Cons this year.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah,
but I'm excited for you guys to be there. I'm definitely gonna check in on Saturday, see how it goes, all that.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, man. And anybody listening to this cast, you should go to the world's largest I'm gonna rename it. I'm gonna call it
largest backward.
I'm just gonna call it I'm gonna come up with a new name for it because I hate saying it. The way it sounds.
Largest backward.
World's largest backward. It's just like the world's greatest backward. I don't know. I gotta find a new name for it. It's backward plus something like the biggest world or the biggest backward.
The biggest world.
The biggest world. Yeah, but all right.